Welcome back. It is opening round of the Jeddah GP and we get the real F1 back this weekend. So how exciting to see Red Bull pit against Aston Martin all over again. But this week with Jeddah, I've got the first 4 races of opening round as we go and try and defend our P1 from last week. So we got P1 in Champions last week. And this means going forward, it can be a complete relaxation. We've got Jeddah, Mexico, Zandvoort and France for you in the opening round. And then tomorrow, Miami, Monza, Austria, which is the fastest lap, and Jeddah again. So let's get into it. This is what we're running, Perez and Ocon, and the car pretty standard as well. And we're going to get in to race number 1. Excited for this. Hopefully we can go max points as we set off under the lights and the heat of Jeddah. So we get into it. Let's create our own fireworks out in Jeddah and come home and bring the 47. Lit up like a light bulb in the surrounding darkness. Jeddah. New to us, strategy guide for Jeddah did get released yesterday, so make sure you check that out because it's very, very good, I must say. So I'm going to go lumberjack. I can never find my boost. It's always the pain. And I'm going to go dead fast on the mediums. Looks like we've got a real player. So it'll be interesting to see how that rival plays compared to me. So let's give it our all. Good luck to Superfast. Lower team score, but he might have a better strategy than me. You just never know. So we've still got to do the job here for the first race. We have got 37 degree heat coming up as well. I've just seen, which makes it very intense. So can we get a good start with Perez and Ocon? Rival boosts off the line using Rooster, so going for the tyre management, but he doesn't get past Perez. And we are in P1 and P2, so we're going to keep boosting for now. And we're going to cut down round here. So we'll cut down on Ocon. I'm going to keep going with Perez. 2-2, 2-2 is the call. And I could have used firework, and we've got a safety car already. Fernando Alonso in the bin. And we are, I tell you what, going to pit already. Because why not? We've got that far ahead, and we probably can do the same on Ocon as well. So I'm going to pit these two. And then, I imagine, I'm going to cut the video in a second and bring you back because you've got enough time to probably go and play a football game at this point. So we're in at the minute with Ocon. Let's make sure we get out in front. We will. So that's good play. And we are out in P1 and P2. Easy, with new tyres selected. So we go around the safety car. So another 5 minutes until I'll probably catch back up. But I'll cut this bit out and we'll get racing on the last corner on lap 2. So here we go then. We are back underway in the lights of Jeddah. And we've got the rival pushing hard on the Rooster. He's managed to get nearly into P5. And we're going to leave Ocon on a medium boost to try and hold the soft tyres of, I think it's Perez maybe, or Verstappen even. And we're going to leave Perez out front to boost away. So it's really thrown the strategy here in Jeddah. Perez coming round, and he's not going to be on the 50%. It's going to be over that, but we're going to keep boosting. We can do 2 to 3 anyway, and we're going to bring him in, and we're going to bring him back to the softs then. And it is only 32 degrees, so we're all good on that front. Ocon into P2 is pretty clear, and we'll boost him now. We're going to basically probably convert to 222s on all the drivers, and we're going to go around on the softs on both cars. So hopefully no more safety cars. And we've got a big lead out front, 6 seconds, and then back to 12 for the other two. Real player with self-control and Rooster. And Perez is in. So a nice easy pit stop for Perez. And Ocon will follow. So we have converted. I think the 2-2, 2-2, probably another 2 in there somewhere. At this rate is going to be your best bet at the moment. So we're going to just cruise on this lap. And then we'll come to another pit stop, and that will leave us with the final 2 laps to go. So we should be pretty quick on these softs, on conserve anyway. And I mean, I've got that much fuel that the last two laps might be on mediums, but Jeddah is a speed track, definitely a speed track, guys. So here we go. Perez will start boosting, plenty of tyres in the bank, and we'll come back in for, we'll go mediums, doesn't really matter at this stage. And Ocon can go as well. We're just going to basically confirm the tyre life here. And there should be a nice 47. We've got a big gap over the rival, who is P4 and P5 now, so he's making moves. But so is Perez. He's absolutely flying. And he'll come in. So we're going to go to mediums. Hopefully this is not an absolute carnage in the pits. It is a little bit. We're going to double stack probably. Oh, not quite. Perfect pit stop. And we're going to get boosting again. 2 laps to go. Perez will lead from Ocon with a big gap over the rivals. 22 seconds at the moment. And now it's a race of how many people can we lap? That's what's left for us in this race. So first race in, 1 real player already. But we've managed it pretty good. And now we're lapping P17. With quite a few pit stops, so let's see where we get to. Carnage of cars everywhere. Let's hope we don't crash. Now that would be a great video, but an absolute nightmare to have. But we haven't at the minute. We're lapping George Russell of the Mercedes through to P9. So we've started very well indeed. That's exactly what we needed in the heat of Jeddah. And Sergio Perez will come along the line to win race 1. And Esteban Ocon, lapping George Russell, takes P2. So 47 points in the very first race. Race 2 of Mexico and second real player matchup, which will make it very interesting again. On a track that's a bit more familiar to us all. So let's see what happens here. And this track has affected me in the past. So we've got to make sure we get it right. As I'll start having a cough in a fit. So we're going to go and attack with Eclipse and Firework. So Eclipse will go on. More fuel, and Firework also. So we're not going to get done on the straight this time, which is what we've had in the past. So softs on both drivers. We're going to absolutely launch Perez off the line and Ocon, and we're going to keep going with Perez and create a gap. So can we get a good start? We've got to get a good start on both, and we do. So that's a brilliant start for both drivers. He's using Hex, which is very interesting indeed. So we're going to keep Ocon conserving just a little bit. We'll make sure he keeps that position, which is perfect. And we're going to keep boosting Perez. He's got the fuel. And we're going to create a bit of a gap. We're going to go to medium. And we're going to just keep these two behind as well. These two are absolutely fast and furious. So we're going to push down the straight with both drivers, accelerate away, and we'll cut down Ocon and we'll cut down Perez. So we're just going to manage this driver. He's pushing a fair bit. And through this cornering section, it's very hard to overtake. So we're going to just manage it all the time. And we're going to move up to medium. He's still pushing. And I'm going to push now Perez. So Perez obviously with the fuel. And here comes the rival, P3. He's not going to get past us yet. And we should accelerate away with Firework. And that we do. So we're just literally micromanaging as we go. And he's using a lot of them tyres as well. So, where do we go? 4.2 seconds is the gap. I'm pretty happy how we are at the moment. And we're going to boost Perez again. We're going to boost Ocon just to keep hold of this section here. Ocon doesn't have the extra fuel. Rival's got a pit, so that's all good. And we'll cut down Perez. So, on to mediums. And we're catching up the back markers here. So, I'm going to boost again. And we'll make sure we get away from that driver. He's come out on softs on Hex, so he's going to have to pit again. That's completely guaranteed. As Perez comes into the pits, he's used all his tyres, all his fuel. And now Ocon comes in as well. So Rival will go around one more time. And we get trapped in the pits, but all good. And Ocon does lose out, but that's no harm because the Rival is going to have to pit again. And we're going to just conserve here. There's no need to push too much. We're going to close the gap with Ocon, though, to Perez. So that's all good. We can see P1. We're only separated by a few corners. And I think what he'll do is he'll try and hold me up. But with firework down the straight, we've got enough gap between us. We should now accelerate past quite easy on this firework. And there we go. We are in to P2. Rival trying to fight back. Not going to happen. The only danger now is his soft tyre, but he's using Jin, so it's not good for the straights. That's why the cornering and grip boosts like Kawhi are amazing round here. But the reason I wanted to go for these boosts was because the real overtaking opportunity is down the straight. So if we eliminate that, then it's very hard for the driver behind to overtake. But we look like we're in good here. P3's got to pit again, and P4 is completely behind. So we are looking absolutely brilliant. Perez running out of fuel. We pushed him pretty hard at the start, but that's going to work out perfectly. And so is Ocon. Ocon can continue. He's probably going to take this win as well. And he is into P1 and P2. Rival pits again from P3. He had to try something different, and fair play to him. It has been a great race. Rival done all he could to put me under pressure, but we do navigate safely. And them speed boosts were absolutely perfect with the overtaking too. Esteban Ocon wins in Mexico. Sergio Perez comes home in P2. And 2 races, 2 real players, but both 47 points. Here we go. Race number 3 in Zandvoort. Decent matchup. Let's see if it's 3 out of 3 for real players. That would be the interesting one. And we've got a good strategy in Zandvoort, so hopefully we can do the job nice and easy. Perez starts P2 and Ocon in P3. And we're going to go Kawhi and Taurus. So Kawhi goes on, and for Ocon it goes Taurus, which is there. And we have a real player again. So 3 out of 3 on the real player mark, which is great for the game. It makes it more fun, but it doesn't give us an easy time whatsoever. So can we get to it? We're going all out on Perez. And Ocon will be a bit more time management. So Rival starts P8, P12. So good luck to him. And we're going to boost off like we always do. And Ocon will take into second place. Now, the strategy that I'm going to follow, and you'll see how powerful it is if it all works, is Esteban Ocon will cut down and Perez will go all out for 3 laps. And then at the end, on lap 4, or end of lap 3, he'll come in and conserve to the end, and it is absolutely brilliant strategy. Yeah, even Ocon probably won't catch him, but I might be completely wrong. So Ocon, we're going to boost round. We are using extra fuel and tyres anyway, so we've got the we might be a lot closer this time with him, and he'll come around and conserve. So we just boost that part every single lap. Rival, Jin and Eternal Flame sitting in P4 and P5. So go for him. And we're all good at the minute. Perez, nice big gap opened up. 7.5 seconds. And he'll be coming into the pits this lap. And we'll just literally conserve to the end. And then boost when we need to. Ocon will boost again. So we're just creating the gap between the other drivers. It's a cornering and grip circuit. And here we go. We've got a safety car out, so I'm going to push 3, so we can go softs. It doesn't matter too much, but we are probably just going to stick mediums because Kawhi is so strong. We've got a decent gap, so we're going to put on softs ourselves on Ocon. But that medium tyre, even with Kawhi, should be absolutely brilliant anyway. Should have gone softs really, but never mind. hopefully that P3 won't get in our way. So maybe a little mistake on strategy. Does the rival pit? He does. So this actually work out because Perez at the front will get a nice little gap off the last corner with Ocon in P3. So Ocon's going to be fast. Rival's gone to mediums anyway. And it probably was the right decision to go with medium, I'd say. I'm happy with that. We've committed now anyway. So we're just going to follow round. Safety car's running pretty fast. And it doesn't look like anybody's really going to catch back up too much either. It's the fastest safety car that I have known on F1 Clash. Because the pack is not even got to the end. It's literally us three on our own. No one's there. And I have never seen anything like it. Literally nobody. And we are boosting away. That's odd. Never seen that ever. But we boost away then, and Perez and Ocon will tie and light it up away from Perez in P3. That was the quickest safety car ever. I've never seen that. And look at Perez on the medium on Kawhi. Absolutely flying at the moment. And we are just going to keep boosting all the way. Obviously, Perez has used a lot more fuel to get where he is. So I'm going to cut down. I'm going to let Ocon get through on these soft tyres. Like so, and then we'll boost Perez back up. He's got enough fuel, and the rival's not pushing too much either, or certainly not close enough anyway, but we are absolutely fine. Still baffled about the safety car. So, 1 lap to go, and it looks like 3 out of 3, and look at Kawhi on the mediums, catching Ocon on the softs. That's why it is the best boost, or one of the best boosts on the game. It's incredible. It really is keeping Ocon on his toes. So we start lap 7 to complete race 3 out of 3. Another race avoided any drama. Another safety car though. That's 2 in 3 races. And we're going to bring this home nicely. Esteban Ocon will take the win as he gets past Latifi and Stroll. Ocon wins, Perez second, settles for second, and the rival will come home for P3 and P4. But for us, 3 real players, 3 drop points avoided, and 47 points. Race number 4 from La France. And can we finish off this opening round video with 4 lots of 47 points? Decent matchup here. Don't know if it's a real player or not again at this stage, but we are going to find out. Shouldn't affect us, but you just never know. So Perez, we're going to go on to dead fast. We're going to do a 2-3-3. And then Ocon, we're going to put onto Eclipse, and he'll do a 3-3-2 or 3-2-3. And it is looking like a potential bot. They read it up on 20 seconds. And we're about to find out. Medium and hard tyre selection, usually the key. So let's focus up and let's finish this video in style and give you 4 lots of 47. Ocon gets a bit wild into turn 1 and has to settle for P3, but he manages to scrape back in and moves back up to P2. Remember, overtaking speed and fuel is absolutely brilliant round France for them long straights. You can use cornering and grip, which helps you through these sections here, but sometimes you do just want to attack the long straight. Best overtaking chances. So, Perez, lap 2, will service. Back for some softs. Ocon, in P2, nice and comfortable. We don't need to push him too much either yet. So we are all good on that front. I think the good thing as well is having Perez so far clear, if he does go past the line and it does bug a safety car out, we've got enough time to react with Ocon back in P2. So that's probably the good thing. But at the minute, Perez coming in, we'll do some servicing, and we'll be back on our bike. He'll come out and we'll conserve on him now. Ocon holding off Verstappen. We're going to boost to just hold him at bay, which we managed to do so. He's on the soft tyre, so he's going to be pushing us all the time, and he makes a mistake in turn 2. And Esteban Ocon gets a bit of breathing space, and we're going to pit him this lap. So we're going to come in, we will service the car, make it nice and quick, and we're going to start boosting. Let's create a bit of a gap so we can carry on. So he'll come in. Perez just coming through the straight now onto lap number 4. And he's looking all good himself. Ocon's going to come out into P2. Perfect. Perez and what would be Leclerc behind. So we are managing this absolutely fine. We're just going to conserve again for now. We don't really need to. We'll probably just do a 3-3-2 here. And we'll push a little bit later on because they're not going to survive till the end of the race anyway. So Perez comes round. Let's boost him on lap 5. And then what we'll do is we'll probably just come in for some mediums maybe at the end just to chill out. Ocon, we'll do one more lap after this. We could nearly get 4 laps. Tell you what, with a tyre management boost in France, looking at the tyres, you could almost get 4 laps in France. Not far off if you... I mean, you wouldn't want to try it. It'd be so slow. But could be worth an idea. But, yeah, we'll leave that one to you. We'll come in for some softs, I think. We don't need to push risk anything. We might as well service while we're here as well. Get the full works, get the full MOT and service on the go on Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon. We'll start boosting shortly. So, yeah, definitely a tyre management could get 4 conservative laps out. But that's not for us today. We're going to come back in for some softs at the end of this. Rival back out is in P11, P18. So they're not going to interrupt our fun today. We're looking good though. Perez chilling, drinking some Red Bull in his non-Red Bull car. He's drinking dead fast though, I'll tell you that. And Ocon's drinking Eclipse. But make sure you do check out the track guides. They are in the playlist of their own. I nearly thought I've pitted Ocon. I forgot then. I thought I had a heart melt that Ocon was actually Perez and he'd missed the pits. Sadly, it's not. But yes, make sure you do watch the track guides. They are all available to help you score better points. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers. And jump in the Discord link in the description below. Get on in the server too and chat away with all my fellow subs and myself on a daily basis. So we can boost Perez with 1 lap to go. France will be navigated beautifully. And Ocon will maybe have to settle for second. But usually another good boost round here is Gladiator. If you're at the front, you can hold people up very nicely. That's one boost to potentially look at for you guys at home. But Ocon coming round. Perez about to take the checkered flag. That's what we like to see. And Sergio Perez will come home in P1. Esteban Ocon into P2. And that is a beautiful start to our GP with 47 points 4 times. So let's have a look where that leaves us. So we're currently sitting 10th, 4 races down, 47 points across the board. No fastest laps just yet, that's in Austria. And qualifying, we were the same. Big shout out to David, top of the pile at the moment, 376 points. Perfect to this point as well. So a massive shout out to him in our group. JK as well, 2 races in, 47s across the board. So a great start for us at WF1 this weekend so far. And we have a long way to go. Some very strong players in this group. So it is going to be a case of 376 or you're out of the top 10. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Some 4 different races there. And make sure you do drop that subscribe. Turn on the notification as well so you get updated straight away when I drop new content. Lately, a massive thank you to Hutch. They've been giving us exclusive content creator screenshots, videos to share with you. So if you want the best place to get them, then drop them subscribes down below. Let me know how you get on. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you for final round tomorrow. Game on.